retaining staff, I think creating a culture, a company culture, and that's really what our training does. Our staff members, they're not just doing a job, they're working together, and they really appreciate the idea that they are working together to do something for somebody else, to create people. If all you're doing is cooking a burger or slinging a drink, there's not a lot of fulfillment in that. But when you understand that, or even cleaning, if you're vacuuming a floor, where's the fulfillment in that other than getting a check? But if you understand that what you're doing is creating happiness for somebody who's maybe they had a crappy week, or they need to come out and blow some steam off, and you're creating, everybody is working together to create that happiness for that person. And that also leads into attracting people. Like we have people applying that want to work for us because they come in and they see what the environment that we have and how our staff members are happy. They're happy, and they see how we do business, and it's attractive. Another thing we do is I offer to our current employees referral bonuses. If they bring somebody in and that person stays for 3 months, then we'll do a $50 bonus to that employee. And the employees understand the people that we want to have come in, and they know they're going to be working with them. So they're going to generally refer, good people. And then finally, one of the big things we do is cherry pick when we need to fill a position. Sounds terrible, but we look at similar industries. It could be somebody at a grocery store, it could be somebody at a restaurant, somebody at a bar, a bank, and they may not feel fulfilled in what they're doing. And we offer them, and it can be part-time, so it's not necessarily taken away from what they're doing. Or if we're looking for full-time, it might be, but we go out and pick people.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the employee gets the choice. It's a free market for them. If they like this opportunity, you're bringing in a talent to your organization.
The cool thing too is it doesn't always come down to money. A lot of it comes
rarely.
No, it's personal happiness.
Yeah.
And even flexibility of schedule and stuff like that is pretty powerful things, but people want to be part of something that they believe in.
Yeah, I think, and that goes with two different ways. We're part of a community or a team or family, like you mentioned. So having a community for them to be a part of, as well as a higher purpose, like you said, giving fun. So I feel like those two together are quite a punch for someone who wants a little more.
Yeah. And we have a lot of high school kids that work for us too. Some of our best cooks, a couple of our head cooks are 17-year-old girls, and my daughter's actually one of them, and she's a great waitress too, and she can make a lot of money waitressing, but she likes being in the kitchen because she likes the culture back there. She likes the people she works with, and she likes what she's doing. So it's interesting what motivates people, and you find great employees in really odd places sometimes. Like I said, 17-year-old girls and we're not doing like just burgers and stuff. We're doing some high entree stuff and knock it out of the park. So
it's usually it's all male and not always like the highest caliber candidates for the line cooks. So that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, we got a lot of females in our kitchen.
Yeah,
so.
That's great. And like I said, I've worked in restaurants plenty of times in earlier in my career, and I still use those things now, like all the time. They're just cooking, little tips, hacks, and so it's a great skill. Even if it's not your forever job, to do that in high school and move on, and you'll use that for another 50 years.
Oh, I tell my staff all the time as I'm working them through different problems. If we have issues that are coming up, I'll tell them that, what I'm telling you here is not going to apply just to this. You can use this in any kind of job you're doing, not the cooking part, like how to interact with other employees or how to overcome stress or obstacles or whatever else. Bowling center it's a great place for young people to learn tons of life skills, which let's be honest, a lot of them really need them.
Of course. Yeah. And I'm sure it helps them to learn it and use it, because compare that to school where you learn something esoteric that you're never going to use again because you have a calculator or some kind of math formula. Whereas this is like, hey, you're going to use this for the rest of your life, past here and beyond. I'm sure that's
and the friendships that they create too are people too. So we're a family place, and I always tell our employees, I have a big family, and my family's important. I tell them that their family is important to me too. Faith, family, friends in school are all important. That doesn't mean that the job isn't important, but if you let me know what's going on, I'll make sure that those become our priorities for me, for you.